good morning, good evening, wherever you may be around the world. I am Marcus Holmes, HR Passion Guy, and here for another installment of Passion Fridays. I wanted to come just on this Black Friday and just share some things around things we may all be passionate about. I hope that you will join us now by clicking share and tagging someone within your circle of influence to join us as we talk a little bit about Passion Friday and some of the happenings that are happening here. And if you are a small business and you like for us to give you a shout out, we would love to do that here on Passion Fridays. I know there are a number of businesses. I know tomorrow's Small Business Saturday. Cyber Monday is probably turned into Cyber Every Day. And so I want to just ensure that we have everybody tuned in and connected. I'll give it just a second to make sure it's circulating across all platforms. I don't see it yet everywhere, but I am excited to be here. And give us just a shout out for your city, state, or country, wherever you are around the world, and what the temperature is like there. And one more thing, we normally ask you to tell us the temperature and where you are, but tell us what was on the Thanksgiving table yesterday that you enjoyed the most. What did you enjoy the most that was on your Thanksgiving table? I'm just trying to ensure that. Okay, giving it a second to populate on all platforms. I see that there are some folks that have joined us on LinkedIn. Thank you so much. A few folks on YouTube events, just making sure that it's circulating on Facebook. We want to make sure that you are included in the circulation. We absolutely love all of our platforms and all of the communities in our platforms. So just trying to make sure that we are circulating everywhere that we should be. Thank you for your patience. Just double checking the Marcus R. Holmes page and the Love and Stuff page, just to make sure that folks are able to join in. Okay, give it a sec. Okay, I see us on the Love and Stuff page, and I believe we are on the Marcus R. Holmes page. I see. Okay, not seeing it populate on the Marcus R. Holmes pages yet. And maybe I will just click share so that I can ensure that everyone is getting this great information. And again, if you are a small business owner or business owner and you have a Black Friday deal or special, drop your name in the comments so that we can connect you live, so that you can tell us a little bit about the special deal or the special thing that you have going on. All right, and I do not see it. Okay, I'm gonna just, okay. All right, have a little challenge there, but we shall do it. All right. All right, thank you for your patience. All right, so we have a few folks joining us. Still keep it coming by clicking share and tagging some folks to join us in the conversation. And the way that I can know that you are here is if you just drop in the comments that what city are you in, state or country, and what the weather is like, and what was that favorite dish that was on the table yesterday. I'm going to share with you what was on my table, but I think the favorite dish, and it really wasn't on the table, is watching my family, though a small segment of my family, because of social distancing requirements, is watching them eat. I understand that now. I never understood it when my parents were cooking and they watched everyone eat the food, but because they had put so much love into the food, they wanted you to experience that love, and they like to watch and capture those moments. So I very much felt like my parents yesterday. And on the table, of course, was turkey and dressing and mac and cheese and greens, candied yams, and chitlins, judge me if you shall, lemon pound cake, buttermilk pie, sweet potato pie, and some oatmeal cookies. I think that rounded out, of course, and some dinner rolls. That rounded out our dinner. And now I'm stuffed, even though I'm going to have some leftovers. I'm stuffed. Drop in the comments, what was your favorite dish and where are you and what's the temperature like where you are? It's about 50 degrees, 47 degrees here in the northwest, on the northwest side of Detroit. What's the temperature like where you are? And what was that favorite dish that was on the table yesterday? I'm stuffed. And so now I want you to join me in being stuffed with love. Stuffed with Love, a spoken word experience, is happening this evening at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be a great event. What is Stuffed with Love? Well, you are probably clicking through all of those Black Friday deals, or you are just getting up out of comatose sleep after having that large meal. I believe turkey makes you equals comatose. It makes you sleepy. And so you have awakened and you're deciding, what am I going to do? Am I going to go somewhere because there are stores open, right? Or am I going to shop exclusively online? Well, listen, I have an opportunity for you to get in your favorite chair, just like I am, kick back, relax, and enjoy. There will be 5 great artists. This will be a live online event. 5 great artists. And they will be speaking, all of them speaking in ways that will bring joy to your soul. My co-host for that event is the phenomenal LaShawn Phoenix Moore. She is a vocalist, a songwriter, an artist, a spoken word artist, and a mentor in the spoken word and slam space, locally, regionally, nationally, internationally. She's done a lot of great things. And so she is going to be presenting some of her original works, of course, sharing a little bit from an edutainment standpoint about spoken word for those that may be new to spoken word, and introducing another premier artist who has recently been named a culture ambassador as a spoken word artist, Ben Will. So both of them will be bringing spoken word to us. Well, we wanted there to be some musical interludes. And so speaking to us through music, the spoken word and music, we're going to have Angela Tarrant, who is Angel A. And Angel A is a multi-genre recording artist who infuses jazz and electronica and gospel and hip hop in her music with great improvisation. And I think you will enjoy the music that's going to be rendered from her. Still, as another musical interlude, we will have Juilliard trained, Yale University trained violinist. So the cream of the cream and violinist, Richmond Punch, who is not just your traditional violinist. He infuses different types of music in his productions. He is also a recording artist. And these 2 artists will have you moving to the music right in your seats. And then we're honored and privileged to have a female phenom, a femc, a radio host, talk show host, comedian extraordinaire, the legendary Coco, the laugh therapist. So she will be speaking spoken word to you in comedy. And in this time and season, unprecedented time of loss and dis-ease, we are so grateful to have someone who is going to just speak to the soul about laughter, speak to you in a way. She has a unique gift. If you haven't heard her, you will not want to miss this, but she has a unique gift of connecting with people and connecting with the laughter of people. And so these 5 artists will be here sharing immensely from their gifts. And it is an access only event, which means you have to purchase access, which is $9.99. It's a Black Friday deal beyond any deal. Sure, you can get that 58-inch TV Be careful where it's coming from because I'm still waiting on one from overseas, I think. You could get that comforter on sale, those sheets you always wanted, but you can also sit back, click one button, and then click another, I think, for purchase, and sit back, kick back, relax, and enjoy. Enjoy an evening of great, great, great music, spoken word, and comedy. And I'm hopeful that you will join us for a great event. It is Black Friday, and everybody wants a good deal on Black Friday. And I think that we have come up with the deal of the year. And what a year it has been. What a year of unexpected, unprecedented times that we have all had to pivot and we've all had to make adjustments. And I think this is just a great event, a great way to say that while we are pivoting and adjusting, we're also able to still find inspiration and laughter and meaning in the times that sometimes didn't seem like they were so filled with meaning. So I'm so excited that you are here. Those of you that are watching again on LinkedIn Live, thank you so much. Facebook Live, thank you so much. Those that are on YouTube events live, thank you so much. And I didn't mention earlier, and I apologize, Twitch TV. And so we come live on all of these platforms on Passion Fridays just to remind you to think about your passion and your purpose and to bring you in touch with people who are passionate about their purpose and passionate about their calling and work in this world. And so I'm thankful that you are joining and have joined, and I hope you will click share and tag someone to join us on what is Black Friday. You can drop in the comments where you are around the world and what the temperature is like there. And if you will be so kind as to drop what was on the Thanksgiving table that was your favorite yesterday. My favorite on the Thanksgiving table, I think was the dressing. The dressing was mwah yesterday, thanks to my niece Autumn, who, when I asked her, how did you learn how to cook all this stuff? She just kind of smiled because I have tried to instill in her everything I know about cooking and everything I learned from my parents, and hoping to hand that down, hoping one day that she will decide to get married and have children, though these millennials, they're not in any rush to get married and have children. But and Autumn is like a daughter to me. And so the dressing was the best on the table, the best that there was to offer. Drop in the comments what was the best that you had on the table and why. I'd love for you to share with us. And so I wanted to make you aware first of that great event that's happening this evening. And then drum roll, starting tonight and through Cyber Monday, you will be able to have a 10% discount on any item that you purchase in the Love and Stuff Shopify HR Passion Guy store. Anything you purchase, 10% off, and 35% of the net proceeds go toward helping families adjust in this pandemic so that they can have an enjoyable and wonderful holiday. What does that mean? We want to help families who might have a need for clothes, who might have a need for rent and weren't able to get any resources relative to either of those, who might need food, who might need presents for their children. We want children to still have a great Christmas. And so we will be selecting a few families to be a blessing to so that they can pivot in this pandemic and still enjoy a wonderful holiday. So many people are without work, and so many people have been impacted in so many ways, from health to loss during this unprecedented time of pandemic. We thought in some way that we might be able to help, and you can help us be help. You can be help by making a purchase of any item in our Love and Stuff store. 35% of everything that's purchased, the net proceeds of everything that's purchased. So that's less the cost of the purchase, right? Because we don't manufacture it, you follow, will go toward that cause of helping families kind of get their footing when the wind has been knocked out of them and they haven't really been able to effectively gain their footing. We want to be of assistance to them. So you can certainly do that. And you can inbox me if you're on LinkedIn at HR Passion LLC, or fill out the contact form rather at hrpassionllc.com, and we'll provide you ways that you can give to support the cause. And just with that, we'll take a quick break right now.
Welcome to Powerful Money Tools LLC. At Powerful Money Tools, we are here to prepare for your future. We want to talk about financial freedom. Financial freedom is budgeting, credit building, and also financial education. So once again, welcome to Powerful Money Tools LLC. We can't wait to help you in your financial future.
All right. Thank you so much, Christina Smith. Christina Smith is one of our partners, and she has a powerful company called Powerful Money Tools LLC. Her heart is to help as many people, especially women, but as many people with financial readiness, financial growth, financial opportunities that can move people to the next level in their life and or business. And I'm already receiving testimonials of people who are working with Christina of the great work that she's helping them to do to think through their goals and visions and how those goals and visions could be better financed and prepared for, and how to repair credit and how to get yourself ready to go to the next level in your life. So I invite you, if you are ready to move to a new level, then you should contact Christina Smith. She's on LinkedIn, she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook. Powerful Money Tools LLC. Thank you, Christina. We're live here on Passion Fridays and just talking about things that we are passionate about and passionate people with which we have intersected. There are a number of small businesses out there that are in our collective and our network, and all of them are doing great work in their respective areas relative to providing services and products that are stellar to consumers and businesses alike. And so if any of them want to drop in and do some shouts out, we'd love to do that. There are some Black Friday deals, and you want to get those deals among all deals as you are clicking or out shopping. Some of you may be out shopping today, social distancing, I'm sure, but some of you are in the comfort of your home and you are just following your email and you're following your text messages and you're following advertisement that is online on various platforms and clicking to decide what you will purchase. And I want to just invite you, as you're making purchases, think of organizations, especially minority organizations, but think of organizations that will do some goodwill with a part of your purchase, that will help connect you with being assistance to someone in this time who needs some assistance. And let's face it, everybody's been impacted by the pandemic and been caused to pivot. Now, some people have pivoted in a way where it has been the best year ever for them, where they've had more exposure to opportunities, more customers, more business than they ever had before because they were able to pivot. And then there are those who haven't pivoted as quickly or been able to pivot as quickly, and they've been impacted. However you see it, there is a great opportunity for the community of goodwill to stand forward and help others that might not be in the same position as them. And so I invite you to think of that, be thoughtful in making those purchases, those clicks, and think about how that business might intentionally utilize part of those proceeds to help others. That's what the Love and Stuff community is doing under HR Passion LLC. We are, with everything in the Love and Stuff store, 35% of the net proceeds are going to help families get back on their feet. Help families have a good Christmas holiday. That might mean food, that might mean clothes, that might mean toys for the children. Some people may feel, well, in the season time, maybe people don't need toys. But it's hard to look in the eyes of a little boy or girl and explain to them that you can't get toys this year, especially if your heart as a parent is to get toys for them or get clothes for them or get shoes for them. And so we want to be help to those families, and we will select families that we can help based on how you support this effort and help those families do during what is a very difficult time, this time of pandemic. I just ask that you will drop in the comments. Thank you. I see some on YouTube events. I appreciate that. Drop in the comments where you are and what the weather is like where you are, and what was that item that was on the table for Black Friday, for Thanksgiving rather, that you enjoyed the most. What was that item? I mentioned that on my table there were chitlins. Now, some people say, how could you eat chitlins? How could you clean chitlins? How could you? It's been a somewhat delicacy, I'll use that loosely, that has been in the African American community and a tradition for many, many years. And I know there are people who don't eat pork, and there are people who don't even consider that pork. But I can tell you that my niece, Autumn, absolutely loves chitlins. My dad prepared them, and I don't think anybody comes close to his preparation of them. And every year, she says, it won't be Thanksgiving if we don't have chitlins, Uncle. So let's have chitlins. Now, some people call them chitterlings because that's what they say on the box. But in the African American diaspora, or on the carton container, in the African American diaspora, it's chitlins, and they're delectable. Now, there are some people who say, yuck. And I understand that. But they were on my table yesterday, and Autumn was a happy camper. What was on your table that you enjoy? Or maybe there's something on your table everybody enjoys but you. Drop that in the comments. I am so grateful to be connected to a Love and Stuff community, which is under HR Passion LLC. The community predominantly sits in the Facebook community, but to my LinkedIn friends, it's a great place to be. And I want to tell you a wonderful event that happened last night from one of the members of our community who said, there are going to be a lot of people that will not have family, that will not be able to be with family, and still others whose family have made transition and they're facing a new reality. We have to do something. We have to open up the portals of love and allow people the opportunity to just come in and just be a part. And so from that vision, we had an 8-hour long live where people could come in at any point that they wanted to and share a story, reflect on the story, share a recipe, share a joke, share tears for 8 hours. And we had people come through, and people in the inbox are still commenting on it. And after she came up with that vision, which is one of the wonderful things in that community, there are many visionaries. I added to it an opportunity to have breakout rooms. So we utilized Zoom as the platform, and we streamed from Zoom live to Facebook, and we had breakout rooms. And we had a breakout room called a prayer room, a breakout room called a tears, a breakout room called laugh room, and a breakout room called social room. And so these are rooms that I think should be in everyone's home or reality. And I realize that there are people that are not necessarily people of faith. And so your prayer room might be a mindfulness room. It will be a place where you can meditate, get still, and centered. And when I say centered, what I intend to convey is that you want to get to the core of yourself, sitting in your reality. So for me, I'm seated on my favorite chair in my living room area, And I find the center of myself at my bottom or my heart. And the way I contact those parts of me is I feel the heaviness or lightness of my bottom and focus only on it, not as much on the seat that's holding it, not my legs that are touching that same seat, but I focus my thoughts and energy on my bottom or my heart. I focus my energy on the breathing and how it comes in line with my heartbeat. And I work to align those two as a focus. And the importance of getting yourself still is it gives your mind the space to think about the reality that you are in without fleeting desperation, without anxiety, just with purpose. So you can do that if you're seated. Find the heaviest part of your body and focus on it. Again, when I'm seated, it for me is my bottom, right? And so I focus all the energy there and I get really still. And then I take in those deep breaths, meditate, and begin to think on very thoughtfully the things that bring me joy and that bring me pleasure, realizing that I'm in an environment that might have loss or might have deficit or might have disappointment. But I focus intently on my breathing, my stillness, and then those things that I want to put in that environment. I, as a part of the gratefulness journey every day, do this and will be sharing with you, hopefully in very few days, the release of our first book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day, because it starts your day in a way where you focus, right? And your focus is on making the very best usage of the time and space that you've been given in the day. And if you start there, it changes your perspective of what happens in the day and what happens to you in the day. Prayer can do the same thing. Prayer is a way to make request to the Creator, acknowledge the Creator, but it also centers you so that you can hear back from the Creator so you can take action and obey. That's for those that are people of faith. But if you're not a person of faith and you just want to be still and mindful about the thoughts that you're carrying forward into your day, you might have a mindfulness room. It's important to have a tears room because if you suppress all of those feelings that you've had about loss and that you've had about disappointments, and you suppress them and push them down, they're going to impact your health. They're going to impact your well-being. But you need a place that you can release them without any judgment, without regard for what people in society say about tears and whether or not they're weak. Those tears help to flush out toxins and help to flush out all of those feelings that you should be releasing and not retaining. So everybody needs a tears room. Everybody needs a laugh room. You need to learn to laugh at yourself. You are funny, you know that, right? You need to laugh at yourself. You need to make sure that laughter is a part of the medicine that you take every day. You take a vitamin? Do you take painkillers, as they call them? What about prescription medicine? You need to take a laughter pill every day. Find something in the day that you can laugh about, capture that memory, and replay it at some point before you go to bed. Watch how your sleep will be different. Watch how your life will be different if you find ways not to take everything so seriously, but to find the humor in things. You, my friends, need a laugh room. And then the social room, I want to talk about that because bringing my authentic self doesn't always come across as business suit and tie. My authentic self is a blend of a creative. It is a blend of God's genius. It is a blend of human resources. It's a blend of music. There's so many facets that come to the authentic self in real time, as I'm sure is the case for you. So having that authentic person come forward in a business community, some may shy away from that and say, oh, is this LinkedIn? It is. And let me tell you why. You need a social room, because the social room is not just to socialize. The social room is really about connecting and reciprocity. Connecting and reciprocity until you increase the net worth of your network. That's what I describe as the social room, the social process, the social platform of your existence. You and I could use more social room. For me, I have an app that I've been working on to develop, and I have not found quite the developer partnership that I want. I want a developer for equity. And most developers, even though, we've seen cyclical downturn in employment, most developers can still, write their ticket, right? I want the best developer who understands my vision and is willing to bring it to fruition for equity. But I also need to expand my network so that I connect with that person, right? And you should do the same. If you have goals and you have dreams and you have objectives that you want to accomplish, right? You have to broaden your network. You have to connect. And connecting requires vulnerability. It is the chance that someone may see your flaws. Someone may see what you don't know that well. And you've got to be willing to be humble and vulnerable to connect. You may connect with 8 people, and among those 8 is just one that's going to power your net worth through your network. Or all of those 8 are going to be within degrees of separation of the person you truly need to connect with to get your net worth as a function of your network. But that can't happen. That can't happen if you don't step out and get into your social room. And especially those of you that are introverted, and some of you that are ambivert, there has to be a time when you say, my dream, my goal, the thing I want to accomplish is somewhere outside of the realm of my current reach. I must expand to connect to those that have the resources that I need to bring it to fruition. And I'm committed to reciprocating and building connection and relationship with them that I might, at some future point, be of service to them. It's networking, absolutely. But it's networking thinking about, I want more than just that next job. And that's great. You should want that next job. I want more than just to accomplish the goal. I want to build a powerful network that increases my net worth in more than just money. In your network, when people ascribe value to your brand, that can be powerful, even if they're not the person that purchases anything necessarily from your brand. So this brand integrity, right, that you might have about your brand becomes exponentially powerful when people see the authentic, vulnerable, humble you. And when you're willing to share that with others, then they're open up and share with you. And there becomes an exchange on your values and things in common. And you began to build your net worth. And that person remembers, oh, you're looking for this. I met someone. I really connected deeply with him or her. Let me refer you to him or her. See, the referral didn't cost anything. They didn't purchase anything. They really signed up for your brand. And it increases your net worth of reputation. So maybe that other person doesn't work out a deal with you that was referred, but they have heard and believed that your reputation was good. Maybe it's not the right time for the purchase or the right price for them. Their budget isn't where it needs to be to purchase your product. That's okay. Because if you're leading with brand integrity, they'll be back. You just watered a garden for them to come and plant some good seeds. That increases the net worth of your network. And in order to do that, you and I, my friends, have to be open and vulnerable to going into that new space and area that maybe heretofore we haven't had the courage or haven't had the inspiration to go and do. Now is that time for you to have a social room. We think of social and we think, I have to bear it all. Or we think of social and think it's awkward meeting new people. Well, if you are in the business of any business, you don't know all of your customers yet. And if you're in the business of relationships, you haven't deepened and maximized every relationship yet. And there are relationships that are low-hanging fruit. There is the store owner where you frequent and buy your groceries. Or if you buy them from a chain, there is the store manager that you may not even know who he or she is. You may only know your favorite cashier, and you may not know that much about the favorite cashier. That's a relationship that you can use in your social room. What about the person, ladies, who are sometimes seated next to you when you're getting a pedicure or manicure or getting your hair done? Have you connected more deeply in that relationship? Fellas, when you were in the sports bar and maybe when you get back there, that table next to you that's always occupied by those same group of brothers. You speak, you talk smack, as we call it, about the game, but have you developed a connection to find out what their purpose is, what their business is? Are you deepening connections with everyday people? I know I can work at that, deepening connections with everyday people. And who knows what the return on investment of that time of deepening will do to my net worth. And I know we think net worth, I'm worth this amount of money, but how much is your brand worth to you? How much is your word worth to you? How much can you, how would you evaluate your ability to speak on your social media platform and get people to respond to you? So not just your assets minus your liabilities. Or better said, redefining how you're looking at your assets. What are your intellectual assets? And how do you evaluate those? And how many of them could become a liability, right? So it's about your brand worth, your total worth, right? Not just the amount of business you can bring to your company or organization or your own organization, right? As an entrepreneur or serialpreneur, but the total package. How can you increase that through your network? And are you being intentional to be vulnerable and being humble? There's a whole methodology and a whole thought process around finding a problem and finding a solution to that problem. I don't intend to diminish that or discount it. I don't at all. But many of you, as me, are entering into markets and areas that there are already formidable competitors, if you will, formidable organizations that have market share. So some of us are not creating something that is brand new. Some of us are. And some of the things that I've been blessed to create are brand new, at least I think. But some things that I've been given are the latest, greatest, right? Their attempt to gain some market share of what already exists, right? You and I aren't necessarily coming up with a new concept or solution to a problem. You or I are coming up with an improved concept to a problem. And so I'm going to challenge you to take a little bit of derail from that great advice. I think it's great advice. Find out in your proof of concept, in your testing, whether or not you're solving a problem that meets someone's need. That's the given and cost of doing business. You gotta build something that people will find useful. But the other part of it, I believe, is if you build and increase your net worth through your network, whatever you are selling will be integrity because you want your name to remain good and your reputation. And people are going to buy it because it's coming from you and you've built a network that has a great net worth. And I just believe that that is the greater work that you do first. Is you build the social room. You construct the social room network. You step out and say, I'm going to meet, Steve Harvey came to mind. I'm going to meet Elon Musk, I think comes to mind. I'm going to meet Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm going to meet whomever is who I want to get into my social room. And you make yourself vulnerable and humble enough to say, hey, Steve, hey, Elon, hey, Gary, I'm Marcus Holmes. And boy, I see that you got an incredible product, an incredible service, an incredible mind. And I just want to connect with you and just share a little, of what I'm thinking with you. Would you be open to that? And in return, I already share your videos and your content. I just want to be connected to you. And then you work to deepen that connection, right? Which requires a little bit more vulnerability and a little bit more, and maybe a lot more humility. And that's on this grander scale, right? Those are pretty big ticket folks. But on the smaller scale as it relates to scale, not less value, there are people in your circle or connected to your circle every day, people connected to my circle every day that we could do the same thing with. It requires vulnerability, and that's tough. I know it firsthand. It's tough to put yourself out there because there is this, well, what if I'm not liked? Or what if I am, the authentic me is a turnoff? What if the authentic me is rejected? And there is that chance. And in rejection, you might find that not everyone is for you to be connected to. Not everything is for you to pursue. And you learn more about yourself in doing that, so you'll know how to do it differently and or better, or accept that there are different pathways and portals for you to build your network and ultimately your net worth. But you have to start somewhere. Again, an easy way to start, where do you go for coffee? Do you go for coffee every day? Do you go for tea? Do you go to McDonald's? McDonald's? Yes, there's a way to connect with anyone to deepen the connection. You can go to McDonald's and have the same person on the register and connect with them. And when you leave an impression, and they'll talk to the next coworker and they'll end up talking to the manager. Oh, that's my favorite customer. Take care of him. It's a small, in your mind, way to build your net worth, but it's building your reputation that you're a good customer. And good companies hopefully are smart about taking care of good customers. They don't take for granted the repeat business. Just one example. And so you deepen those connections so that you are able to increase your network. Those are the rooms I think that everyone should have. And we talked about those yesterday. And I wanted to share those, especially in the LinkedIn community, because often we only bring our professional selves. Most times we bring our whole selves. We just don't know that in our attempt to camouflage other parts of ourselves, they show up at times that we might not expect or want them to necessarily. But you should have a prayer room or meditation room. You should have a tears room, a place that you release anxiety and fears and disappointments. You should have a laugh room, a place where the laughter of your soul comes forward. And sometimes that's the best laughter, and it's at yourself. And you should have a social room where you intend to increase the net worth of your network. And increasing your network will increase your net worth. Kind of a little cyclical there, right? Everyone should have that, and bringing your full self forward to being the best and living in the center of your passion. The center of your passion, of course, is doing that thing that you feel purpose to do, that you feel gifted and grace to do. I call it the grace of ease. It's something that you could do. You feel like you could do it in your sleep, and you would do it in your sleep, even though you do it awake. And sometimes you're in such a flow that you forget how much time you're giving to it. You forget who else is around. You're just in the flow. That is in the center of your passion. And hopefully that passion has led you to a purpose that is bigger than you, that is bigger than your ability to gain income or to gain notoriety or gain status. It is the giving of yourself in a way that it impacts and improves the greater good. That's where you are in the center of your passion and living on purpose. And doing that, I submit, you need these rooms, you need these platforms to bring forward your best self, whether you're the CEO or whether you are anywhere along the chain. Sometimes we think more hierarchical. Wherever you are in your organization or life, that you are working to live more fully in the center of your passion on purpose. It's Passion Fridays, and I don't know if you have a Black Friday deal, but I've got a Black Friday deal for you. And I want you to purchase this Black Friday deal because I think you will be ultimately blessed by this Black Friday deal. It is been publicized on LinkedIn and on Facebook, on Twitch TV, on YouTube events. And it just bears repeating in these last few moments that we have together that this evening, we're going to have a wonderful evening. You do not want to miss this evening. And all it requires is for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Purchase your ticket, but sit back, relax, and enjoy. You will be happy that you did enjoy this. And so I'm going to just bring up the flyer so that you can join us. All right. Okay, here we go. It's Stuff with Love, a spoken word experience tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is live online. It is access only. And there are 5 great artists that are joining us. Make sure I can ensure that you can see it. All right, here we go. 5 great artists are joining us. Okay, just making sure that you can see it very good. Okay, I don't see it populating. I see it. Stuff with Love. a spoken word experience. So we have LaShawn Phoenix Moore Kotera now, who is a phenomenal poet extraordinaire. And she has done work around the country and internationally in poet slams. She is going to lead our segments on spoken word, along with artist Ben Wheel, who's been recently named a cultural ambassador for spoken word. They're going to bring spoken word as you've not seen it before, live. And then we said we need some music as interludes to speak to you. So vocalist Angela Tarrant, who is a multi-genre recording artist who infuses electronica and jazz and gospel and hip hop, will be with us. And Juilliard and Yale University trained violinist Richmond Punch will be with us. You don't want to miss his unique take on his music as a recording artist. And between the two of them, you will be moving in your seat. And our special guest is talk show host, former radio personality, and comedian Coco, the Laugh Therapist. So we're going to be speaking to your soul and laughter. And you will enjoy all of this for the Black Friday deal price of just $9.99. Just $9.99. There is a link there for you to go. It will take you to Facebook, where we'll be live tonight at 7. It'll take you there. You can click access secure payment via Facebook. Goes directly into the Facebook payment function, which is very secure. You get your access. It'll send you a confirmation that you have access. And the beauty about this is you don't just access it once. So let's just say you plan a Black Friday shop until 9 tonight, and this event is 7 to about 8:30. It's about 90 minutes. You can purchase your access now. You need to purchase your access now. And then you can watch it later over and over again. It's almost on demand just for you. $9.99. Purchase your access today. And you will have spent a wonderful 90 minutes for just less than $10, just about $10. I don't think you will be able to get this level and caliber of talent and gifts for $9.99. But they are so gracious and so generous with their time, because we all realize that we could be stuffed with food, but then our soul, our spirit, our heart wants to be fed something too. And we are speaking to that tonight. I hope that you will join us. I hope that you will work on having your rooms. I hope that you will work on having your rooms and work at, as we're hurrying, moving quickly to a close in this year, that you will begin to build your network to increase your net worth. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube events, on Twitch TV, as we have other events that are coming up. But HR Passion is a great place. It's a great place for you to maximize your passion. That's one of our big goals. We love connecting people with resources that are going to help power their passion. And so you're looking to power that passion, you should reach out to us at hrpassionllc.com. You can also go to the Love and Stuff inbox on Facebook, or you can inbox me here at Marcus R. Holmes on LinkedIn. You can contact me at HR Passion Guy on YouTube and Twitch TV, so that we can partner with you to help bring your goals and objectives to fruition. It's 12:57. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope that you will join us tonight at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, at that time, we will be opening up the portals of shopping. If you want to purchase any of our products, they are all 10% off starting tonight through Monday midnight or Tuesday midnight, Tuesday midnight through Cyber Monday. 10% off anything you buy in the Love and Stuff or HR Passion Guy Shopify store, and 35% of the net proceeds from that sale go toward helping families get back on their feet and have a good holiday and maybe pursue some of their passion during this pandemic, their passion of family and food or clothes or toys for the kids. So I hope that you will, number one, go get your ticket. And number two, consider us when you are Black Friday shopping and making purchases, that this is the purchase that will keep giving after the purchase. It's been a great Passion Friday. I hope, like me, that you have some leftovers and that you will eat some leftovers and leave just enough room for Stuffed with Love, a spoken word experience, tonight, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on Facebook, access only, just $9.99. 5 great artists, access only, $9.99. We hope to see all of you there. You can just be seated in your living room, just as I'm seated in mine, and you can enjoy a fantastic show and help some creators, because all of them are individual creators. You will be helping those creators elevate their voices in a world where we need just a little bit more goodwill. I'm Marcus Holmes. Thanks for watching. I hope that you will share this widely and invite others to join us tonight. Have a grateful day and weekend.